What's up YouTube? Today I'm gonna speak about my personal opinion about and honest. I've never been supportive from anyone, and I'm just saying my experience with a graphics card, with two graphics card, with one new CPU and one motherboard. Before I go to that, I just want to mention that what kind of work I'm doing, and actually I'm doing I'm acquiring uh, big images for. Sometimes to acquire one image actually take us 30 minutes to acquire an image, one image, single image, because we're making confocal pictures that you are taking pixel by pixel for that image. So we are making at least one image size is around sometimes 300 megs or 400 megs for one image. So I need a really heavy graphics card that can handle this image, and a really good softwares that can process these images. I'm using two softwares. One of them actually is heavily rely on the GPU. The other software is relying on the CPU actually, unfortunately. So we really need really good CPU and really good GPU, and one software has advantages and disadvantages, the other one has pros and cons, etc, etc. So the bottom of the line, I really need a really good CPU and a really good GPU. So I have been using GIGABYTE AORUS, the liquid cooled one, all-in-one liquid cooled closed loop, and I have been using it for a week. I have done a lot of image processing on that, and I'm comparing it with a 1080 ASUS STRIX overclock edition, which has the highest boost with 1936. I picked the 1080 Ti, the GIGABYTE, because it has the highest boost. One, secondly, because it has it is all-in-one liquid cooled, so definitely it will cool the GPU much better than the air cooled one. So as you can see guys, I'm doing a strength benchmark using a software came from ASUS, and I get the score of as you can see over here on the right in the corner, in the left corner, upper corner, that my score is 7,895, which is almost 7,900. And I want to compare that with a 1080 AORUS from their website. But before I go that, I have been run this test several times. I'm getting really consistent result, very close to this number. And the GPU temperature, as you can see in the upper corner, is 66 Celsius. And I have been doing this test for 15 minutes. So what I was doing, actually I was doing the test for 15 minutes and then stop it, keep it for 1 minute, and then do it again for 15 minutes, stop it and do it. I did that 3 times, just to make it very close to if you are online gaming, where you play a battle for one battle for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then you stop it and then you start another round, etc, etc. So I just try to simulate it. As you can see, the temperature is actually from the bottom left, it starts from 45, and then after 15 minutes it stays up to 66 Celsius. Not more than that. It have been like that more than 5 minutes and stays at 66 Celsius. And if you look at the CPU behind my case behind and next here, so you will see that this motherboard has a really good feature, which is the X299 MSI SLI edition. It has where it shows the temperature, the current temperature, and I haven't overclocked it. I turn on the XMB profile, which means it will clock it to maximum 4.0 gigahertz, which is not bad. I have done a lot of benchmarks and I got really impressive results. So, but the point is, as you can see over here, that this CPU and this GPU both are working fine. And if you look at where I put the fan over here, you can't hear any noise. It's so quiet. You can't hear anything from the the new GPU, and of course my liquid cooled CPU and fans that are doing great job. I'm just using this stock fan that came with a deep cooled 240 EX, I guess. Yeah, that's the one. So the bottom of the line, and I'm having really good stable temperature that coming out while I'm stressing the CPU, I'm stressing the GPU, and I'm still here, as you can see over here, I'm still having not more than 66 Celsius for the GPU, and the CPU is around 60 Celsius, and I'm my room temperature now is actually around 30 Celsius, which is not bad. So so I have been doing that for 20 minutes. Yeah, almost 20 minutes. Let's get out. So I have been doing that for 20 minutes. As you can see from the software that came with the Gigabyte, it shows you the temperature, the maximum temperature, the lowest temperature. It's really good. And by the way, I was doing it on the gaming mode. I wasn't doing the overclock mode, which has higher frequency. But as you can see, the GPU clock, the highest it was 1755, which is, and actually I'm still in the gaming mode, not in the overclocking mode, which is really good and actually higher than what they are saying that the boost clock. Memory clock maximum is 11,000. The GPU, the fan speed was 41%. So despite all this stress, and it was around 66 Celsius, I'm still 41%. Fan speed was the maximum reached to 41%. So which is 1100 RPM. The GPU temperature, as you can see, already start dropping. From now it's already 52. It went 52 once I just I stopped the GPU stress testing, and now the GPU usage is almost 0. And as you can see, like I was only using less than 10% of the CPU. So if you go back to the CPU, if you take a look again to the CPU, you will see the temperature went down right away to 39 after this stress test went down. 30. It's kind of fluctuating, but it's still around, let's say 40, maximum 40. It's so good. Like I just stopped it, and I'm having a really good result. So if you compare the score of our the test that I have done, that it was around 9,000, and according to their website, the software I'm using, it was for 1080 ASUS ROG STRIX, it's around 6,500, let's say. This is the average. So it's actually more than 30%. We are having a boost or performance higher than 30% according to this test. I have done several tests, benchmarks, and I take a snapshot for that. So this one even lower than that, it was higher than that, but the first one is saying that the score is 8,000. The second one is 9,500, but if you compare it to their website, they're saying the score is 7,500. So you are having more than 2,000 out of 9,500. So you are having actually again 25% or 20% higher performance. And for the TC sphere test, where you're having the score is around 13,000 over here, as you can see, 13,000. The capture for that, it shows that the score are having 17,000. It is 17,000 if you look at the screen over here. So it's around 17,000. So as you can see, there's a huge difference in performance for both of them. Although what I picked from ASUS, I picked the top of the line And if you go to the price picker, this one, you once you have it, as you can see in the price picker, uh, PC PC parts picker, this GPU, which is the 1080 ASUS, once it's go to the market, it stays there for 2 days and then sold out. I wasn't able to buy it until, like, I was lucky one day I was able to buy it, and I bought it for 770, and as you can see, the lowest price was 660, and then it went up to 770. So yeah, this is the 1080 ASUS versus the 1080 Ti Gigabyte. So generally speaking, the Ti Gigabyte is way better and worth every single dollar for that one. I have used as I said, SLI Plus for the X29 motherboard for test, and 7820K CPU, and as you can see, the system is, generally speaking, is really stable, and the temperature, it's not that hot. I don't overclock it, but I'm having a really good result. I'm really happy with these results. So I guess if you are in the market looking for 1080 and 1080 Ti, beside it's really difficult to buy it, I would recommend go for pay the extra $100 and buy the 1080 Ti. It's really worth it. I have tried this one on Battlefield 4 using 1080p, and my FPS was constant 200 when I was playing using the 1080 Ti Gigabyte. When I was playing using the 1080 ASUS STRIX overclocked edition, I was having constant 200, but sometimes it drops down to 170 for a couple of seconds and then go up to 180 and then go back to 200. But when I was using the Ti, I was having a constant 200 FPS. So it was really constant FPS mark. So of course the temperature was really low compared to the ASUS. When I'm having the ASUS 1080, I was having the temperature around 76, 75, but over here I never reached to 60 Celsius, and it was so quiet. I didn't even hear any kind of fan or any kind of noise from the CPU or the GPU. So yeah, this is my opinion, my 1 week experience with the GPU. But if you go to there's one comment about this software. This software is good. You can change the LED, you can monitor it, you can overclock it to whatever you want. But there's one note about it. Like, first of all, if in my case, when I'm playing on one screen, if I'm playing on one screen and I'm monitoring the other screen, you cannot actually drag it down. You see more than one. You have to see 3 of them at the same time, not more than 3 of them. And you can simply, I remember the ASUS, you can just put your cursor over here and you can see what is the exact number. Over here you can see just a connected line. You can have rough estimate how much you are, and you cannot just drag it down so you can have a wider screen or more than 3 of them. That's one comment about it. Other than that, the software is doing good job. You can monitor whatever you want, like how much memory clock you have, GPU clock or GPU temperature, or how much fan speed. You can organize it. I guess you can actually no, you can't organize them. You have to stick with the order over here, not like ASUS. The ASUS software that they're having, you can organize them. You can drag it down and see which one more than 3 at the same time. But the nice thing that you are having all the software all together. Speaking about software regarding the X99 SLI edition, they have really good software that they came with it, like the Xboost, the Mystic Light, or the Command Center, where you like this software over here, where you can simply overclock it and change the fan temperature and the fan speed and monitor the clocks and how much is it, and what is your RAM, change the RAM, overclock edition, so now I'm turning it off. I don't need, but it says over here if you overclock it, you, in my case 7820X, you will go to 4.5. I don't need that much. My CPU is really giving me a really good performance, really good result. There's no point of overclock it. I'm just turning on the XMP. You will go to 4.0 gigahertz with a really cool temperature, really controlled temperature. So like I said, there's no point of doing that in my case, and I'm having really good performance. So yeah, this is it. This is the, as you can see, this is the ASUS that I was speaking about, and of course it's not available from Amazon. You have to buy it from third seller, and $750 in EU, and this is the cheapest nowadays. You cannot buy from cheaper price because it's, like I said, one day and then it's out stock. No, sold out. So if you like this video, by honest, you can write a comment below, give me a thumb up, subscribe, do whatever you like, and thank you so much.